these shots are pretty good, but you didn't get any from the front. Let's wait for it to turn around. Yes! That's the one! That's the money shot! Ah! Help! Oh, that was scary. Paimon wasn't expecting it to jump us like that. Go on, Traveler. You got this.
Oh, so sorry.
Take me up! Open fire! Bullseye! Bullseye! Locked on!
Let the show begin.
Locked on! Bullseye! Open fire! Knock him down. Yeah! Let's run! Open fire!
That should do it. Paimon's kept all the pictures, see? Let's go back to see Nicole. Hey, Nicole, we're back.
That was quick. You two worked very fast.
Nah, it's nothing. But, how do we get the photos to you?
You can hold on to them for now. I'll be there in a couple of days. We can talk more about the statues then.
Sure thing. See you in a couple days.
Take me up!
Just who I wanted to see. I'm delighted with the photos you took. Excellent source material. Now, I have all the carving tools ready to go. Would you like to try it together?
Carving tools? You mean these blocks?
That's right. The statues are inside the stones. All we need to do is remove any excess material. To make things a little easier for you, I've provided a guide on how the carving process works. Allow me to demonstrate. First, we make some big, bold cuts to carve out the general shape. The numbers on the stones represent the amount of material you need to keep in a given column. So, first we do this, and then this.
Oh, it's starting to take shape.
Got it? If you carve the blocks this way, you should be able to see the basic form. Then, you just need to add some finishing touches, and voila!
Wait, what? It suddenly changed in the blink of an eye. How'd you do that?
A great mage doesn't reveal her secrets that easily. Just behold and be amazed. You got the basic carving process down, yes? Focus on that and leave the finishing touches to me. Much obliged.
All right, let's give this a shot. What the? This is way more difficult than the one you walked us through.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. That's the one I was going to work on. Yours is over here.
Whew, well that's a relief. Let's go! Do you still remember in Nicole's process, the numbers represent the amount that we need to keep per column. So, if the number is 0, that means we gotta remove the whole thing. And if it says 3, that means we just mark the whole thing as keep, right? Mistake here. Reset. Whoops. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset. Whoops. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops. Looks like we made a mistake here. Whoops. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made... Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like... Whoops! 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 Looks like we... Whoops! Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset. This one seems to be giving you some trouble. Need any help? Looks like we made a mistake. Whoops! Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. This one's... Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Whoops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again.
Strange. I thought I just heard something. Almost like...
Huh? Have you noticed something, Eilua?
Never mind that for now.
Well, that's weird. That's the vehicle, all right, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Huh? Is someone there? Help! Please, help me!
Squad leader! Thank the gods you're here! Please, help me!
Valdez, how did you end up here?
It's a long story, but the barrier created by these mandragoras can't be broken from inside, so I've been stuck in here for almost the whole day.
Something about this doesn't quite add up. This place isn't on the main road from Pyramida, nor is it some sort of shortcut. And as for the mandragoras, they wouldn't usually bother passersby unless they were trespassing on their territory. In short, I'd like an explanation as to how you ended up here, and a reasonable one at that, or you might have to stay in there a while longer.
Oh, you don't usually see Itlua getting angry. Paimon's kind of scared now, too. Oh, that's true. Guess being an adventurer really does have its advantages. It's a good thing we're only honorary squad members, or we'd be subject to his discipline, too.
All right. Last night, I found the path to our camp blocked by a large group of mandragoras. You know how I like studying insects and plants, Squad Leader, and it was such a rare sight to see this many mandragoras gathered in one place. I didn't want to miss the opportunity, so I followed them all the way here. But then... I'm so sorry. I'll take responsibility for this, I promise. How about I cover Night Watch for the coming week? No, make that the whole month.
You're right. We can discuss the breaking of regulations after we get back. For now, let's concentrate on getting him out of here. I could use your help again, Traveler.
Thank you.
Guard down. Prepare for battle, everyone.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. Surrender and I'll be kept. Let's run! Locked on! Locked on!
Freeze!
Let's dance.
Go get him, Aiden! Light compels you!
Open fire! Bullseye! Hold on to your hats. Locked on! Locked on! This one will be frozen.
Come on, we can do it. I'll protect us.
While the light shines bright.
Take me up!
monsters! What's going on here? Surely they couldn't have been waiting in ambush this whole time.
The Wild Hunt. The Mandragoras. Huh, I get it.
Huh? Have you figured something out, Iloa?
Valdis, I think these Mandragoras trapped you inside the barrier to protect you. They're very sensitive to shifts in their environment. I myself heard some strange murmurs on the way here. Come to think of it, it must have come from the Wild Hunt monsters, who had yet to manifest at that time. These Mandragoras must have detected them very early on, which is why they barred your path and prevented you from continuing onward. Only to have you follow them anyway, leaving them no choice but to trap you here for your protection.
I see. So that's what was going on. No wonder they refused to leave the area.
They probably only protected you because they detected the scent of grass and flowers on your person. Perhaps because of all the time you spend around them. Either way, thank you both. There doesn't seem to be any further danger.
There they go. Adorable little fellas, huh? And they didn't even ask for a reward. Imagine if we had them around to watch our backs. We'd never have to worry about being ambushed while opening treasure chests again. You know, putting it like that, it was kind of understandable that Valdis would want to follow them.
Right? Finally, someone understands me. I know, I'm sorry. I'll take whatever's coming to me.
All right, now that we've got him out, let's head back. The others are probably starting to worry. Alrighty, that's the issue resolved and our fuel stocks replenished. Thank you both very much.
Don't mention it. We're part of the team, right?
He neglected his duty while escorting a supply shipment, which is a violation of our regulations. However, he did encounter a pretty dangerous situation related to the Wild Hunt, and we didn't end up suffering any losses. As such, as per his wishes, he'll be responsible for protecting the lighthouse throughout its next month of construction.
Hope he doesn't start slacking off again. Now that she's a member of the team, Paimon's gonna start coming down to check up on him. Oh, and see how the lighthouse is coming along, too. Speaking of which, Paimon wonders what it'll look like once it's all done.
It won't be as impressive as the one at Final Night Cemetery, that's for sure. Still, it'll be bright enough to serve as a beacon to guide travelers through the night. So long as we're able to keep people safe, whether from the Wild Hunt or anything else, our efforts will not have been in vain. Anyway, I should go back to sorting through our archives. All that work isn't going to do itself. Don't worry, we won't be this busy forever. We should be able to put our feet up a bit once this place is up and running.
In that case, we'll help you out. That way, it'll be done in no time.
Your help would be most welcome, believe me. But I'm sure you've got a lot on your plate already. And asking you to come all this way just to do our work for us, it wouldn't feel right. How about this then? If you find anything useful during your adventures and you happen to be passing by, feel free to drop it off.
Come on, it's no biggie. Like you said, we're squad mates now. Isn't that right, Traveler?
In that case, let me say again that it's an honor to have you as my squad mates.
I'd have lost myself long ago. Let's fly!
Just who I wanted to see. I'm delighted.
Carving?
That's right. The statues are in to make things a little easier for you. Allow me to demonstrate. The numbers on the stones represent the amount of material you need to keep in.
Oh, it's starting to take shape.
Got it? If you carve, then you just need to add some finishing touches, and voila.
Wait, what?
A great mage. You got the base.
Alright. What the?
Oh, sorry, wrong. That's the one I was going to work on. Yours is over here.
Whew. Well then, let's go! Do you still remember Nicole's process? The numbers represent the amount that we need to keep per column. So, if the number is 0, that means we gotta remove the whole thing. And if it says 3, that means we just mark the whole thing as keep, right? Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Oops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Oops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. This one seems to be giving you some trouble. Need any help? Oops! Looks like we made a mistake here. Reset and try again. Now, we just need Nicole to add the finishing touches.
You got rid of all the extraneous stone, yes? Let me take a look.
It's done! Cool! It's the Mage's Lodge! When did that get there?
Is this the power of a mage? The young visitor's voice was filled with wonder. I am truly amazed.
Aha! Finally, the story continues. So, what happened to the mage and her young visitor?
They lived happily ever after. The end. Tough customers, huh? Well, if you're that eager to hear it, I suppose I'll take it from the top. All my heart desires now is to make your wishes mine, said the young woman. Those words won her the full attention of the great mage, Nicola Coco. But just as they had started warming up to one another, a group of uninvited guests stormed in, seized the mage, and absconded with her. As the youngster stood there in shock, a new mage by the name of Alinus appeared. She signed a contract with the youngster, bestowing the power of magic upon them. But after making it through a grueling training program, they would come to discover another conspiracy operating in the background. As it turned out, the great mage Nicola Coco was an alien entity. Her true identity was the first daughter of King Meowtress, the third of Planet Meow. She had come disguised as a mage as part of a secret plot to trick the entire world into worshipping Planet Meow. Oh, great mage! Have you been lying to me all this while? The youngster's voice trembled as their heart began to break. Leave me. War is destined to break out between our planet and yours. We were foes from the very start. The mage turned her face away, refusing to let anyone see the tears welling up in her eyes. But the youngster bravely reached out and grabbed her by the arm, swearing to never leave her. Moved by this display of passion, the mage decided to rebel. But in that moment, Alinus, who had once aided the youngster, now took the side of the king. Alinus had been Meowtress III's second daughter all along. She had only helped the youngster in the hopes that her sister might be incited to treason, thus giving her the chance to usurp Nicola's place in the line of succession. Anyway, that's the gist of it. In the end, the youngster, who by this point had turned into a cat, worked with the mage to successfully foil the king's plot. Then, they returned to the mage's lodge together and lived happily ever after in peace and quiet. The end.
That was amazing! This story has everything! True love, rebellion against injustice.
That can't be helped. All creations escape the controlling grasp of their creator eventually. We angels are a case in point. Once, we were tasked with guiding human beings, but because some of us chose a different path, our entire race was punished. If even the heavenly principles can't fully control their own creations, what chance do I stand? Fate is always ineffable, and yet, I still hope I can guide those I meet towards a happy ending to their tale. That applies to characters in my stories as well. Anyway, the story's over now, and I'm running a little low on energy. Next time I've got a good story to tell, I'll share it with you, all right?
Take the up!
Building my mage's lodge was quite a There is actually a very... Not that I'm looking... And that is what...